actually bringing them into fruition.
And to piggyback off that a little bit, when you said, the UR thing, identity, you know, when I was finishing the Atomic Habits book, they was talking about that. Like, it's one thing to have a habit, but when you truly embody whatever you're trying to improve to or become, that's when it's identity thing. That's the only way to really master a habit, whatever. Yeah. And I was talking to a friend recently. So years ago, we was talking about, I was doing some type of food challenge at the time, some gym, who the fuck I was talking about, whatever. And they was like, yo, I can't do that shit. Like, I just can't do it. I love food too much. I'm a foodie. I just love food, whatever. And first thing that stood out to me was, it's always interesting when people just say they can't do something that's like simple. Yeah, like, it's not like, damn, I can't go get my doctorate degree.
I'm not able to dunk.
Yeah, like, or like something that's really going to even, like, again, not saying that's, like, you can't do it, but like, go out to school, get your master's. That's a whole thing over time and years, whatever. But yeah, dunking is just like, you can't do it. But something that's like, oh yeah, no.
Don't do that to me.
I can't dunk either. But it's like, but something that's really all year, like, willpower. Like, yo, I can never start going to the gym, or I can never just start like do a cleanse or whatever. And it's always like, damn, like, so you're already telling yourself that you can't do that. Like,
so they say, if you say you can't, you can't. If you say you can, you will.
Right. And I just think it's like, people don't understand, like, I feel like one of the most important things you can have in life is discipline. Because then you're able to apply it to anywhere.
You got to learn it, though. Discipline is learned. And I feel like because you're a disciplined person, I don't know how to what magnitudes, but just naturally being on time, being punctual, stuff like that, I feel like you naturally like inherit those things, right?
Sure.
Whereas though, that's something I had to learn, because it's like it came down to what I respected. I'm disciplined to the things I respect. I wasn't respecting my time. I wasn't being disciplined with my time. I wasn't respecting my finance. I wasn't being disciplined with my money. If you don't respect your dick, you're not gonna be disciplined with it. But when you start to respect yourself and you look at yourself like, nah, I'm actually this level. Like, how I'm gonna want you to value my time and I don't value my time. How I'm gonna want you to respect my finances, I don't respect my finances. And how I'm gonna want you to look at me like this quality individual and I'm just out here sleeping with any and everything. You know what I'm saying? So learning those things is what made me realize, like, no, it is a true separation from me to a certain level of people, because I discipline myself to not even embark down those journeys. And when you're born with it, it's like, all right, cool. But when you develop it, you know, and that's for the people that have to say they can't. You can develop it. I developed financial responsibility. I wasn't financially responsible, flat out. Like, I gambled, I spent money on designer shit, I paid my bills at the end of the month. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, but all right, so I guess I was more so saying you disciplined with the punctuality, because I'm not punctual.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, because I don't want to mean like you just never had a fucking had bad debt. But no, I'm saying like I wasn't punctual. I'm showing up like an hour late to stuff, like it should just be okay. And I had to learn, like, yo, like, I am a punctual person. Instead of saying, yeah, you know, I'm gonna work on that. I am a punctual person. I am on time. I am successful. I am responsible. And it started to change the way I even talk, because the thing that would have seemed like I could just pass on and make it okay, because think about it, most people don't change their habits because the people around them enable them. They make it, if you're around a bunch of people that's late all the time, who's gonna say we late? But if you get around just two people that's never late, that's when you realize, like, oh shit, I gotta tighten up. These motherfuckers ain't late at all. So, you know, just elevating yourself comes from saying that I am, and then getting around accountability. That's what another thing with the shape of habits, that because we as humans operate on a reward system. You know what I'm saying? It'd be funny because I'd be like, I'd be saying, like, if women understood how men operated on a reward system, that's the ones that know how to control their relationship without being in control of the relationship. And what I mean by that is they understand, like, a woman might feel like, oh, you ain't buying me what I wanted, so I'm not giving you no pussy. You feel me? And that's one way to leverage it. But the other way to leverage it is you not on your shit, so I ain't laying down with you. So it's like, which one you think is more sustainable? We talk about sustainability is like, you want him to be successful for a long time, or you want him to just get you this one gift. So you taking your most valuable, I ain't gonna say it's the most valuable, but it is essentially, it's the most valuable aspect of what you present, essentially, because you could bear children with it, off the table for something that's like here, instead of using it to push somebody here. And people that understand that in life know how to get greatness out of people by saying, all right, I know this is what you want. And in order for you to get it, you got to rise to this occasion. Doctor's degrees, these high titles and high positions, these salaries, these raises, they make you raise your level of performance. So if you ever want a man to perform, it's not for you to be negative, because what you water will grow. So like for me, I understand that instead of me coming to my daughter and saying like, oh, you never get good grades, I just say, baby, I love when you get good grades. I don't make it an identity like you have to get grades, but I'm just letting them know that's what I love. Most people will tell you what they don't like about their partner, about their church. I don't like how you talk about this. I don't like that we don't go out enough. I don't like that we don't communicate enough. Instead of just saying, yo, I really like when we had dope conversations. I really like when we go out. I really like spending time with you. When you feed what you like, guess what happened? People want to do it because you can tell a motherfucker they stink all day tomorrow. They live in their own basket, but you tell a motherfucker they smell good, they want to smell like that every day. That's what happened when you water somebody versus pissing on them. So if you water your relationships, water your children, water your friendships, instead of saying what you don't like about the friendship, about the relationship, about the parent, the child dynamic, say what you do like. Yo, I love when you check on me. Yo, I love when you text me. I love all of these different things. Guess what that do? That make a motherfucker say, damn, I ain't even know you fucked. Let me do a little bit more of that. So that's where it come on understanding. But if you using that reward system against somebody like, oh, well, since you don't text me, I ain't texting you. Oh, you want some pussy, but you ain't buying me this, I'm not giving you that. It's like, all you gonna do is have a situation where a motherfucker poking their head out and looking for somebody else. Because they being punished instead of praised. And we as men love appreciation and praise. And the same could be true to your women. Don't tell her all the shit she ain't doing. Tell her, yo, man. I ain't gonna say don't say it, shut the fuck up, because they be needing to shut the fuck up. But it's just more so like, yo, like, I like when you actually listen. But the only thing about that is sometimes when they know what you like, they take it off the table. Oh, you like when I listen?
Crafty.
The moment I'm mad, the moment you get to me, I'm going to not listen. It's crazy. What I do now? Oh, good. Appreciate it.
That boy good, man. That boy good. Like, yeah, that boy good. Cause like, it's funny, like back to, we was talking about the,
Let me stop backing. Let me stop saying what I do now. I know it.
What would I say?
No. It was genuine, but at the same time, it was just like, cause it ain't too many times where you stop the show. And so that it was a genuine what I do now, but it was like the other side of me kind of registered. Like, I must have said something that he could register with.
But no, like when we talking about just mastering yourself and knowing your trigger and shit like that, like I know for a fact that's a trigger of mine. So like, and I feel like people, I'll speak for myself, like people who I would think know me don't understand that, like, just trying to
What's
like
the trigger?
The trigger is like trying to take my time from me, or like try to position me to do something, or just those type of negative propositions about things. Exactly. So, but it was like, yo, like I really appreciate why you help me out. Like, you don't mind, like just those type of like
give you an option.
Yeah, one, give me an option of my own time for sure. But just the idea, but just like leading with love, leading with the reward of something, like versus like, yo, why? Like say women do all the time, like. People do all the time. Why? Damn, we ain't go out in a while. Yo, I really love when you go out. Or like, you know what? And a nigga do like, yo, you know what? Like, I love when you cook, yo. Yeah. Like, it's like, and versus, like, when the last time you cook? Like, it's like, and I feel like that's like a super gem just for anybody to apply to, just not just romantic, but anybody you know in your life. Lead with that love of just what you would like for somebody versus like, damn, why you don't?
Because what you water will grow. And that's what people, for one, I commend you for even being able to acknowledge that as being a trigger.
Oh, yeah, for
like,
sure.
It registered and it clicked. But that's something that if you never told, you don't even realize. So some people think that the way to get their way is to point out the negatives. If I assess you up, even when I'm naturally a coach. So instead of me being on like, let's say we play basketball, instead of saying you don't play no defense, I'm gonna say play more defense, or that's the way to earn more playing time, or the more opportunities is created by the more defense we play. Things like that. That's reaffirming the affirmative.